Listen up. Keep breathing. I'm just going to talk to you. You can listen and breathe at the same time. It's okay.
All right. Okay, welcome. So we're live on the YouTubes. So today we're going to be talking about mobility and all kinds of things. How do you stay mobile and maintain your balance? This is a very important topic as you get older. That's one of the things that will absolutely mess you up is going to the hospital for tripping and falling because you neglected strengthening your neck because for some reason you thought that was a good idea, which it's not. Before we do that, we're going to do the simultaneous squeeze. Oh, no. Twice today. No. Oh, you did the hour of power. Okay, good. I thought you were saying you might have fallen or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, no. No. But before we go into the instructions and we talk about this further, let's do our simultaneous squeeze. So you're going to take a big deep breath in, then you're going to take a sip of air at the top, and then you're going to hold it and squeeze it like you're trying to poop. And then you're going to hold that for 5 seconds. And then you're going to exhale slowly. And you're going to feel so good, so high. It's going to make you yawn. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Sip of air at the top. Hold and squeeze. And slowly exhale. Feeling nice and relaxed, nice and calm. Very good. So, always love the simultaneous squeeze. All right. So, let's get started. So, as we age, it becomes increasingly important to focus on maintaining mobility and balance. The older we get, the more susceptible we become to imbalance, which can lead to falls, broken bones, or even concussions. And the fallout, no pun intended, of those breaks, falls, and concussions can put you into a camp of potentially fatal as well. In fact, falls are a leading cause of injury and death among older adults. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, an estimated 3 million older adults are treated in emergency departments for fall-related injuries each year. That's not good. I was thinking out loud, and that's probably about 1 out of 25 of our above 50 folks every single year. So don't let that happen to you, okay? So yeah, let's sectionize this for people who are watching the replay. So what are the risks of imbalance? Where does this come from? Imbalance is a common issue that affects many individuals more and more as we age. So every year that you age, we talked about measuring your biological age yesterday, actually. Hopefully you guys were able to read more about that in our PACE video. But factors such as muscle weakness, decreased flexibility, and changes in vision and hearing can all contribute to an increased risk of falling. Less hand-eye motor head coordination, meaning what your neck can do and look, can also really affect the risks of tripping and falling. Additionally, certain medical conditions and medications can further compromise balance and stability. And we all know that the older we get, the more likely you're going to be put on some weird blood pressure medication or some kind of a medication that makes you drowsy or not as coordinated. So, the consequences of falls can be severe, especially for older adults. Fractures, even hip fractures, are a common result of falls and can significantly impact one's quality of life. Definitely don't want to fracture your hip. Who here knows somebody who's had that happen? It's not fun. Head injuries, especially, including concussions, are also a concern and can have long-lasting effects on cognitive function. Okay? See me if you have something like that. We could probably do ultrasound of your brain if you do have that and fix you, but try not to let it happen in the first place. So what can you do to prevent it? We know that it's possible. We know what it can do, but what can you do to bolster or enhance your body's ability to navigate the world? It's very important. So fortunately, there are a number of exercises that you can do naturally at home. There's no pill you can take that's going to make you less like, there's no such thing as a pill that will make it like impossible for you to fall. Okay. So don't start thinking like that. But there are exercises that can help improve balance and reduce the risk of falls. Incorporating these exercises into your routine can go a long way in maintaining mobility and stability as you age. The first one we're going to talk about today is squats. We have some great resources on squatting here today. So squats are a great exercise for strengthening the lower body muscles, including the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. They help improve stability and balance. Some of you who don't have access to a gym, you can do this naturally at home. You've all seen it where you put out both of your arms like this, and then you just do a standing squat. Try to go as low as you can go. For those who think, I don't want to mess up my knees, squatting is actually something that can help with knee strength. So obviously go slow at your own pace, but doing some squats can be helpful. And these are just body weight squats. Just a squat with your own body weight can be really good. And if you want to add some weight, you can add 2 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds in each hand, and then also do that squat. Yeah, Joanne, you're right. A strong core is really essential for balance too. You're right. Also, your diaphragm is also really essential for balance too. So breathing exercises can actually help with your balance. But yeah, as far as squats go, some of the biggest issues that people might have are lifting up their legs fully, lifting up your legs, lifting up your feet as you navigate over tall objects. So it's the inability to lift up your feet properly that contributes the most towards falling. I mean, everything in your body should be strong, of course. So from a lower body perspective, these ones are really, really crucial. And there's some great tools like resistance bands that you can get that hook onto your hips, like on a belt, if you have some existing like back issues that you might want to be addressing. So the other thing that you could do are called step-ups. So step-ups involve stepping onto a raised platform or a step with one foot and then bringing the other foot up. This exercise targets the muscles in the legs and hips, also improving strength and balance. If you have a gym and they have one of those stair machines that you just constantly walk up, those can be fantastic for ensuring that you're not tripping and falling over anything, okay? How you can do that normally, there's something called plyometrics, which is where you intentionally purchase like an apple box, like a wooden box yay high, and you repeatedly step up with one foot, step up with the other foot, step down with one foot, step down. And you just repeatedly step up and step down, just like that. Step up, step down, step up, step down. Or just walking upstairs repeatedly can do that too. So these are some of the best. Now, one of the other ones that is a really cool area is neck strengthening. So if you do something, yeah, Laura, you're exactly right. Stepping on the stairs used to be popular in the 90s with step aerobics. Yeah, exactly. Probably for good reason too. I don't think we do enough stepping like that. But yeah, another way to do it, a third option, is neck strengthening. So you would be surprised so I've done neck strengthening with the iron neck platform, which I actually have one right here behind me. This is my V2. I also have the V3 out in my gym. And one thing that you'll notice as you do iron neck exercises more and more is that it not only strengthens your neck, it also strengthens your core. Because what I've learned, and what I've read too, this is validated by science, is that if you are trying to strengthen your core, oftentimes doing like sit-ups like this, like ab crunches, doesn't really target your core that well. Core crunches, ab crunches, don't do a lot at strengthening your core. Doing things that engage your whole body and your core are way more effective. So if you want to start seeing your core get stronger, do the iron neck. Because think about it. With an iron neck pulling on your head, and you standing with both feet and you have resistance here, it's not only that your head and neck muscles have to be pulling away from the resistance band, but also your core has to be holding your body upright. And then if you do iron neck with the circular motion, so if you spin around with the iron neck on, that means you're having to coordinate your head, neck coordination, and also your upper body and your lower body coordination. So you have to engage the muscles around your core. So I would actually argue that the iron neck, used in the right way, is a far better core exerciser than ab crunches. And then not only that, is should you actually trip and fall at some point in your life, which we don't ever want, but as you're falling and as those G forces are on your head, it's the neck muscles that are going to be able to pull back that will actually prevent you from smashing your head into concrete. So if I were going to choose out of all of these, well, honestly, I think these three are the things, right? Squats, step-ups, and neck strengthening with iron neck would oddly enough contribute towards a stronger core and a stronger neck. Because remember, some of the things that underlie falling are things like decreased awareness, movement, eye movement, head movement. Because you can't navigate, like I can arch my head around and really like look up and down really well. If you have a neck that's just encased in calcified vertebra, you're not really able to look down that often. So something like the iron neck could be a fantastic tool to incorporate. It would be one that I would definitely recommend. So in addition to these exercises, it's important to engage in regular physical exercise that promotes overall strength and flexibility. Swimming can be a great thing to do. Activities such as walking, swimming, yoga can all contribute to improved balance and mobility. This kind of stuff is huge. All right, cool. So in conclusion, as we know, maintaining mobility and balance becomes increasingly important as we age. The risks associated with imbalance, including falls, broken bones, and concussions, can have serious consequences for older adults. 1 out of 25 will get hospitalized per year. That's what the CDC reports. By incorporating exercises like squats, step-ups, and neck strengthening into our routines, we can improve our balance and reduce the risk of falls. Remember, it's never too late to start focusing on maintaining mobility and stability. Your future self will thank you. So it is really, really crucial that you do move your body. And while, the CDC reports that 3 million older adults will end up in the emergency room for a fall, keep in mind that that's probably repeated visits from the same people as well. So as soon as you break the seal, so to speak, on your very first fall, you get a concussion, you are probably 2 to 3 times more likely to fall again and further injure yourself after that first fall. So doing everything you can to mitigate the damage of a fall is also really important. And I can't think of a thing that's better at doing that than neck strengthening. Neck strengthening is one of those things that most people never even think about doing, and it literally can change your life for the better. So what I'm going to do here is post in the chat a guide that I've written. I've handed this out many times. I'm not going to do the, message me neck for the link. Just going to put it here. That instruction for neck strengthening can be the end-all, be-all of what you need for strengthening your neck. Now, of course, there's more ways to do it, but that's the place I would recommend everybody start, is neck strengthening. If you can't do squats, if you're exercise intolerant, you can do neck strengthening. There's nothing stopping you from strengthening your neck. I promise you that. So yeah, good. Awesome. Jaren, you love your red ball. I think we could say the same for Lori, for Charlene, for everybody. Everybody who uses it loves it. So yeah, that's a guide we put together, I think back in like 2020. That's been passed around a lot and updated a little bit. That's got videos, instructions, links to the red ball on Amazon. you can get two balls with the pump for less than $20. It's pretty incredible from an exercise equipment that can do that much for your body. Super cool. Yes, very simple, very easy to do. Just highly recommend you take up the project of strengthening your neck. But cool. Well, that's it. That's it, guys. That's kind of what I wanted to share in terms of this. For anybody who is interested in this, definitely get the red ball. Also, if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to share those in the chat. I'm going to end the YouTube stream. We're going to do a bit of a shorter video today.